So I'm making this video specifically because I'm pretty excited about seeing Zakk Wylde play with Pantera. I'm a really big Pantera fan, and I'm a big Zakk Wylde fan. I would have to say his work in Ozzy is like my biggest influence, but also just like coming up playing guitar, I I got very into metal guitar mainly because of it was unfortunately after Dimebag passed because at the time I think I was like 14, 15, and I remember seeing Dimebag on the cover of a Guitar World magazine. And I saw that and was like, I had just started playing guitar for probably like a year now. And I was like, man, I remember seeing about this guy, and I wanted to learn more because I was starting to get into heavier music, and I like Metallica and stuff like that, but I was just getting into heavy music. And I remember watching that, getting that Guitar World magazine, and seeing the DVD that it came with it. And it was a tour of Dimebag playing in the Crank Factory, and he was shredding. I just saw how cool he was and how awesome he played, and man, just the good vibes that he had. And I was totally hooked. I was like, this dude is so cool. And within that also was a lot of Zakk Wylde lessons. And Zakk Wylde had a lot of features in Guitar World magazine. So like early on, them two were like a really big influence on me in my guitar playing, and just wanted to learn how to shred and really learn some pentatonics and some hard vibrato and stuff like that. So these guys influenced me a lot. So now that Zakk Wylde is playing with Pantera for their reunion, I'm like super stoked. And I hope that they come around here. I'm in the South, so the chances are very high that they'll be somewhere in my vicinity, and I'll 100% go. Because if I miss this show, I would regret it the rest of my life, honestly. I've seen a lot of people upset that Zakk Wylde was going to fill the spot, and it's funny because I don't know who on earth would be a better fit. Him and Dimebag were such a good, they were good friends, and like their styles really complement each other, in my opinion. But you're always going to have people that are upset about anything, really. Because nobody could fill Dimebag's shoes, but I mean Zakk Wylde is as close as you can get, in my opinion, to Dimebag, and like I think even Dimebag himself would want it would like be an honor for Zakk Wylde to play in his place, So I think it's just the coolest opportunity as fans, and I'm sure just cool for the guys in Pantera and Zakk Wylde like to be able to jam together. So all around is great, and there's a billion people that are excited about it just like I am. So because of that, I want to watch a couple videos of this one, Zakk Wylde playing the walk solo, and just to show how his style really fits into what Dimebag did. So let's check it out. Clean. His vibrato is so nasty. I mean, that's about as close as you can get to the solo. Absolutely ripped it. And he has a lot more alternate picking as opposed to legato, which Dimebag has a lot of legato in a lot of his playing. But one thing that I noticed about Zakk Wylde too when he plays is like similar. If I could find, let's see. Whenever he plays fast runs, he kind of right here. He kind of gets a hand shape like Marty Freeman does. Marty Freeman has, if you ever watch him play, has a very weird, like his hand is curved in a very odd way. And I noticed when Zakk Wylde plays fast, he kind of curves his hand weird too, and kind of picks from his elbow and stuff. People normally say you should pick from the wrist and stuff, but these guys kind of show like there's really not a true right way of playing. I mean, if you're playing really well and shredding and don't absolutely tear up your elbow and everything over the years, then hey, to me, as long as it sounds good, it's right, Man, dead on. And I don't think anybody really picks harder than Zakk Wylde picks. I mean, I think he probably plays with some extra thick gauge strings. He's a big guy too, but I mean, I feel like his guitars and his guitar strings are probably extra heavy duty because if you're playing 9 through 42s, he'd rip through those strings very easily. So So that's one video I want to show just because I thought that was an awesome solo. And then this right here, which is Black Label with Phil and Rex playing I'm Broken. So we'll watch some of this too. And this is from 2014. Like, think about how badass that would be to be at this show. I'm not sure. Well, my assumption is that the guys from Pantera just kind of showed up. Maybe they just visited. It was in, oh yeah, so it's in Texas. So more than likely they were around the area and just stopped in to watch the show. And you know they're gonna get asked to play. It's just so cool. It was like Zakk Wylde's Wild Audio guitars, which are really cool guitars. I can't hear that riff without thinking about Arby's now. I don't know if you've seen the Arby's commercial, but they use this song, and it's like, now it's the Arby's song to me. They did a good job, but a bad job. I like how the guy from Black Label is just going to do backup vocals. He's like, not even playing an instrument, but he's like, I want to get in on this. With drink in hand. Got Rex. Oh man. You know the dude from Black Label, the other guitar player, is probably in heaven right now. I mean, this sounds just so awesome. I mean, it's so dead on. Like how you see so many phones in the audience. Everybody's trying to capture this moment, you know. And nobody ever goes back and watches this. You record stuff and it stays on your phone for forever. And then eventually a year later you look, you're like, should I keep this or not? But this you still keep no matter what. Uh-oh. See, I wonder if this was rehearsed or not, because with the smoke going up and everything, you know, you feel like it might have been actually either the sound guy or whoever's controlling all that just knows the song so well that, you know, he could just do it on the spot, or maybe they rehearsed this too. Let's hear the solo. Ripping. Cool. So, I mean, killer is just killer, you know? And that tone that Dimebag and Zakk Wylde both have is like, I guess the best way I can describe it, it's like a screaming demon, you know? And I remember whenever I was first learning how to play, and I would be playing, and I'd play like one note, right? And the note sounded so weak, and so like, I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Am I playing something wrong? I'm playing the exact same note that they're playing, but it does not sound like them, you know? And then as years go on, I learn about tone and stuff, and like, just finding the right tone to give you that feel. But also, in your hands, the tone, a lot of times, I mean, you need a good amp, good guitar definitely helps, but the hands are like, you can't just dial in that tone. I can play on that same tone Zakk Wylde's playing, and I will not sound like him. You know, I'll sound like me, my own version of it, but it's a different thing. Tone is in your hands. And that's why no one will ever recreate Dimebag playing, you know? And nobody will ever recreate Zakk Wylde. But as far as like this reunion goes, I just could not think of a better person to fill in for Dimebag. So, you know, let me know what you think. Are you excited about this? Do you think Zakk Wylde, are you happy that he's the one that's filling in or not? You know, so I appreciate you watching, and keep on shredding.